She offered shelter to alien outlaws in a sandstorm. The next day, an armada appeared at. The wind was a living thing on the desert planet of Armada 9, whipping the ochre sands into blinding sheets that stung the skin and clawed at the eyes. Mira Korr gritted her teeth as she tightened the cloak around her shoulders, her boots sinking slightly into the ever-shifting dunes. She had been traveling for hours, searching for the fabled oasis of Lyrith, when the storm hit without warning. Through the blur of sand, she saw shapes moving erratically, flitting like shadows across the dunes. At first she thought they were mirages, but when one tripped and fell, she realized they were real. Alien figures, hunched and ragged, struggling against the storm. Their ships must have been damaged. She saw fragments of metallic debris buried in the sand nearby. Mira hesitated. The people of Armada 9 had strict laws about harboring fugitives, and alien outlaws were considered public enemy number one. Yet something in their desperate, frost-tinted eyes stirred her compassion. She waved frantically, shouting over the howling wind, "This way! Follow me!" The group stumbled after her, sliding and nearly toppling in the gale. Mira led them to a hidden canyon she had discovered as a child, a place where the wind's fury was tempered and the sand settled into calm ripples. She pushed open the narrow entrance to a natural cavern. "Inside! Quickly!" she yelled as the aliens crawled through, shivering and coughing. Once inside, she lit a small flame using her portable igniter. The cavern flickered with a warm orange glow, revealing the aliens more clearly. They were unlike anything she had seen. Elongated heads, thin, sinewy bodies, skin that shimmered faintly like polished copper, and eyes that seemed too intelligent for their small frames. They bowed in gratitude, their voices harmonizing into a soft, musical tone that resonated in her chest. "We thank you," one of them rasped. "Name Kyries. We owe our lives to you, human." Mira nodded, offering water and dried rations. "You can rest here until the storm passes. I don't want anyone to get hurt." For hours they huddled around the fire, sharing whispered plans and cryptic words in their native tongue. Mira stayed alert, listening to the storm's growl outside, wondering if she had made the right choice. By dawn, the wind had calmed to a gentle whisper. Mira stepped outside, brushing sand from her cloak, only to freeze. Across the horizon, a fleet of sleek, black vessels emerged from the haze, their engines humming with power. They hovered in formation, massive enough to blot out the rising sun. It was an armada, and the markings on their ships matched the insignia on the ragged clothing of the aliens she had sheltered. Her heart thumped. "They came for them," she whispered, realizing the danger she had invited into her life. Before she could decide what to do, the aliens from the night before emerged from the cavern. "You saved us," Kyries said, stepping forward. "Now you will see the gratitude of a people you have protected." Mira stared as the Armada's main vessel descended. A ramp extended, and figures identical to Kyries and the others floated down, their movements graceful and deliberate. The leader, taller than the rest, stepped forward, eyes gleaming. "Human," he said, voice smooth and commanding, "your mercy has reached us. You chose life over fear, and that choice cannot go unrecognized." One of the outlaws ran to Mira, holding a small luminescent device. "A gift," he said. "For you. From all of us." She hesitated but took it. It pulsed softly in her palm, warmth spreading through her fingers. A projection flickered into the air, a map of the stars, routes between hidden worlds, secret havens, and trade passages. Mira realized it was far more valuable than any treasure she had ever imagined. "You risked your safety for strangers," the leader continued. "Tomorrow, Armada 9 will remember this day. Your world, your people, may one day need allies. We will be there. Mira swallowed, overwhelmed by the enormity of their presence. I didn't expect anything in return, she murmured. The alien leader inclined his head. Then you are truly rare among your kind. But know this, the Armada you see is not merely here for protection. It is here because of trust, because of an act of courage that mattered beyond your world. The aliens returned to their ships, their fleet forming a perfect line in the desert sky. The hum of engines resonated like a heartbeat as the Armada lifted, and with a final shimmer of light, they vanished into the upper atmosphere, leaving only the drifting sand and a faint scent of ozone. Mira sank to her knees, feeling both humbled and awed. She had only intended to save lives for a few hours, but the consequences stretched far beyond the canyon walls. In that moment, she understood the delicate web of connection that spanned planets and peoples, an unseen thread linking acts of compassion to vast, unforeseen outcomes. The desert returned to its silence, the sun climbing higher. Mira rose, brushing sand from her cloak again, but this time with a new resolve. If one small act of kindness could summon an entire armada, what could she do if she truly chose to make a difference? And as she walked back to her camp, the gift pulsing softly in her hand, she felt certain of one thing. The universe had noticed her choice, and it had not forgotten. By dawn, the storm had subsided, leaving the desert calm and eerily quiet. Mira stepped out of the cavern, brushing sand from her cloak, and froze. On the horizon, sleek black ships hovered in formation, their engines humming with immense power. It was an armada, and the insignias matched the aliens she had sheltered. Her heart pounded. They came for them, she whispered, realizing the danger she had unknowingly invited. Kiris and the others emerged from the cavern. You saved us, he said. Now you will see the gratitude of a people you protected. The Armada's leader, taller and more commanding than the rest, descended from the main ship. Human, he said, his voice smooth and resonant, your mercy has reached us. Your choice to protect life over fear cannot go unrecognized. One of the aliens handed Mira a luminescent device, pulsing softly in her hand. A projection flickered, a map of hidden star routes, secret havens, and safe passages. Her eyes widened. This was far more valuable than any treasure she could imagine. You risked your safety for strangers, the leader continued. Tomorrow, Armada 9 may need allies. Know that we will answer that call. Your act of courage resonates beyond your world. With that, the aliens returned to their ships. The fleet lifted as one, shimmering against the rising sun, leaving Mira alone in the desert, the sand drifting gently around her. Mira sank to her knees, humbled and awed. A single act of kindness had summoned an armada, an unimaginable ripple across the stars. Clutching the glowing device, she felt the weight of responsibility and possibility. For the first time, Mira understood that even small choices could echo across the universe. Rising to her feet, she walked toward her camp, a sense of purpose igniting within her. The universe had noticed her courage, and it had not forgotten.